All right, in 6.1, we learned about measurement, the length of things. In 6.2, we learned about capacity, how much a container can hold. And in 6.3, on page 237, we're learning about the weight and the mass of things and how to convert between different units of weight and mass. So how can you use ratio reasoning to convert from one unit of weight of mass to another? The weight of an object is a measure of how heavy it is. Units of weight in the customary measurement system include ounces, pounds, and tons. So here we have 1 pound equals 16 ounces. 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. All right, here we go with our problem. The largest pearl ever found weighed 226 ounces. What is the pearl's weight in pounds? So how are ounces and pounds related? So 1 pound, notice that's our shorthand for writing the word pound, is LB. Ounces is OZ, and a ton is a capital T. So 1 pound equals 16 ounces. All right, so we're going to convert 226 ounces into pounds. So we're going to choose a conversion factor, just like we did in the last two. I'm converting 2 pounds from ounces. So 1 pound is 16 ounces. That's going to be the conversion rate that we're going to use. All right. Multiply 226 ounces by the conversion factor. So 226 ounces is the same as 226 over 1. That's where that came from. And our conversion factor is 1 pound to 16 ounces. So we can cross-cancel our ounces, and then we multiply. So 226 times 1 pound. Okay, so they've done a couple steps here, so that I'm gonna do all the steps. They've skipped a couple here. So we end up with 226 pounds, because 226 times 1 pound over 1 times 16. Okay, so we've got that. So now we've got to take this improper fraction, or fraction greater than 1, and convert it to a mixed number. So I'm going to do 226 divided by 16. So 16 can go into 22 one time. And then subtract. I end up with 6. Bring down the 6. 66 divided by 16 would be, what, 4? I'm guessing 4. Let's do this over here. So 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 more is 6. Yep. Okay, so put that over the 6 where it belongs. And we end up with 2. This remainder becomes our numerator in the mixed number, and our divisor is the denominator. So we put 2 over 16, the 2 over the 16. So our mixed number ends up being 14 and 2/16 of a pound. So this pearl, holy cow, weighed 14 pounds. Wow, a little more than 14 pounds. All right, the fractional part of the answer can be renamed using the smaller unit. So instead of having 2/16 of a pound, we're going to write it like this. So it's 14 pounds and 2/16 of a pound. So we're going to say 14 pounds and how many ounces? How many ounces is that? Well, 16 ounces equals 1 pound. So 2/16 is 2 ounces. So this pearl weighed 14 pounds and 2 ounces. Holy cow, that's big. Okay, so think about that. Like a normal baby is around 7 pounds when it's born. This is twice as big, 14 pounds. That's humongous. All right, let's see. So the largest emerald ever found weighed 38 pounds. I don't know where these people are looking. All right, what was its weight in ounces? So pounds going to the smaller unit of ounces. So choose a conversion factor. I'm converting ounces, 2 ounces from pounds. So the ounces go on top, which is 16, and pounds go on the bottom because what I'm converting to goes on top, and what I want to eliminate, because I have pounds already, goes on the bottom. Because it was 38 pounds, I want to get rid of that pound. I want to cross-cancel that pound off. All right, the unit of measure off. All right, 38 pounds, multiply 38 pounds by the conversion factor. So 38 over 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. So that's not, we don't have to write that in our final answer. 38 times 16, I don't know that off the top of my head. I'm going to have to do a little margin work again. 6 times 8, 48. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 4 more is what, 22. Now I'm multiplying from the ones place, so I'll do a placeholder 0. 1 times 8 is 1, or 8. 1 times 3 is 3. So then I have 8, 10, 6. So 38 pounds is the same as 608 ounces. So the emerald weighed 608 ounces. Okay, so how would we convert the emerald's weight to tons? Well, we'd just figure out that conversion factor. So 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds, right? The emerald, we know, was 38 pounds. So we would multiply 38 pounds by, so we want ton in the answer. So ton needs to go on top. So 1 ton, make that look more like a T. 1 ton to 2,000 pounds. Now I can eliminate the pounds, and ton will be in the answer. And then you would multiply it, but that's how you would do it. All right. All right, on the back side, we have metric units. Remember, metric units are used by most of the world and all of the scientific community, even here in the U.S. The amount of matter in an object is called the mass. Metric units of mass are related to powers of 10. So here's our conversion table for metric units of mass, meaning how much stuff there is. Mass is how much stuff, and the more stuff you have, the more it weighs. So mass is generally related to weight, because the more you have, the heavier it gets. All right. Corinne caught a trout with a mass of 2,570 grams. What's the mass of the trout in centigrams? Okay, so here we're going to be using this conversion right here. Grams to centigrams. Choose a conversion factor. So 100 centigrams equals 1 gram. So use the rate 100 centigrams to 1 gram. So we're going to multiply 570 by the conversion factor. And since this is 1 and 1, we don't have to worry about the denominator anymore. And with the beautiful thing about the metric system is everything is a factor of 10. Therefore, all I have to do is tack these two zeros. Because I'm multiplying, I'm just going to add these two zeros to the end of this number. So that would be 2, 5, 7, 0, and then these two zeros. Then put the appropriate comma in, and that's to indicate the period for the place value. And that would be my answer. If you want to see it actually done and not just take my word for it. So 0 times everything is 0. 0 times everything again is 0. 1 times 0, and that has to come under the 1. 1 times 7, 5, 2. All right. So the trout's mass was 257,000 centigrams. All right. So basically, they're just going to show you the way I just showed you. With I can convert, because it's powers of 10, I can convert just by using my number of zeros, how many times I'm going to go from one space to the next. All right, so recall that metric units are all related to each other by factors of 10. So 2,570 grams. Converting that to kilograms, not centigrams, kilograms, which are over here, right? And so we started at grams, and we're going to move that decimal this way 1, 2, 3 times. So we started at 2,570, and we're going to move that decimal 1, 2, 3 times. So 2 and 57 hundredths, or 2 and 570 thousandths, either one is fine. Since kilograms are 3 places to the left of grams, move the decimal point 3 places to the left. So 2,570 grams equals 2 and 57 hundredths, or 570 thousandths kilogram. All right, take a look at your notes and give the PMT a try.